Tell you.
We're back. It's Tuesday.
What's up, everybody?
Mrs. Williams will be joining us shortly. She has some family things that she needs to work on, and she should be with us at any time. But it's
Yes.
me and Wise, and that's what's up. And we're going to talk about second chances.
Yes, second chances is very good. Second chances is something I guess everybody could work on, make things happen, how could I put it? I think for this one there's no real right or wrong. It's basically how the person perceives things and what's your situation. So I can't say whether a person is right or wrong or what's going on with it.
But
And,
if,
and that's it.
please correct me if I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
If you love somebody and they give you a second chance because you fucked up,
If
if they give you a second chance,
well, my thing is I
you're not a second chance guy. So this is like a foreign thing to you.
yeah, that's true. I
That's
can't I can't lie about that. It's I'm not gonna say I'm not a second chance guy. It
uh,
depends on I really believe it depends on the situation and what's the reason for the second chance. I'm gonna be honest, if I feel a person did me dirty, there's no second chance. But if it's a misunderstanding, if it's a situation where we could work things out, then yeah, we could work it out. But if I feel there was ultimate disrespect or something like that, nah, there's no coming back from that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend that I could forget that or forgive that. Nah. I know better than that. So
so if somebody gives you a second chance, wouldn't it make sense that you come correct?
oh yes. But see now this is the answer to that also. With some people, you give them that second chance and they take your kindness for weakness. And they continue the negative behavior and they continue to do what they do because they're like, oh well, they let me get away with it this time, so why can't I get away with it again? And that's what it comes down to. Like that's why I said you can't say whether a person is right or wrong. You may forgive someone for something where I will never forgive them for that same thing. I may forgive somebody for something and you'll be like, nah, I can't do that. So it depends on the person, the people, the situation. But me, I look at it like it's circumstance. And like you said, sometimes a person, if you forgive them, they think that gives them the opportunity to continue the disrespectful and bad behavior. So, like I said, it depends on who you're dealing with and what you're looking to do. So that's my take on that part at least.
Now, how far does this, where does forgiveness end and a second chance start?
For me, once again, it depends on the situation and the people because Forgiveness could end at different points for different people.
Okay.
Second chances could begin at different points for different people. So once again, like I said, there could be something where I'm like, no, no matter what, I know that there'll be no second chance. Where Barbara would be like, well, to me it wasn't that bad. I think I could forgive and forget, and that'll be that. But now maybe Sean will look at it and be like, hold up, nah, I can't do it. I'm not feeling that situation. Um, I don't know. So, and like I said, it really depends on the situation and how you perceive it, and what are you working with? What makes the whole situation come together? So it's a tricky, a slippery slope, as they would say.
Okay. I get that. I definitely get that. And my mom used to say all the time that don't bother forgiving if you can't forget.
Right, that's true. That's the next thing. That's one of the major things. Like people will say, "Oh, I forgive you," but they'll bring it up a million times. So you truly didn't forgive that person.
Let's bring
Once
Sean on.
what happened?
Let's bring Sean in. Hey.
I'm here. I'm here.
What's up, killer?
Forgive me, y'all. I'll be doing the mommy thing.
It's okay.
Listen,
His schedule is getting hectic.
I'm kind of look. You're forgiven, Sean.
Are you gonna bring it back up?
No, I'm not going to bring it back up. But because you know me,
People start to think that you're stupid.
my youngest is 22, so I don't have those issues no more. But like I said, when you go through a situation like that, sometimes it's the fact that people look at it like, oh wow, Sean forgave me. I could take advantage of this and I can continue the behavior. That's why you can't always forgive or you can't always give second chances. To me, like I said, it really and truly depends on the situation and the reasoning behind everything. If I felt it was something demeaning, belittling, if I really felt someone did me dirty, no, there's no coming back from it. But if I felt it was a misunderstanding, we didn't communicate correct, then on that I might be able to deal with it.
I agree. So for me, we're talking about second chances, right?
Yeah.
I do give second chances. That is my, I don't want to say weakness, but that's something I do. That's my personality. Um, being raised in church, I was taught forgiveness a lot. Um, but um, now lately, like what I said, like when people, because you're a forgiving person, people tend to take advantage of that. People tend to, you know, all right, she forgave me, I could do it again.
Yeah. And
Right.
again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, you're supposed to forget. You're supposed to forget. But they aren't supposed to change. Because then it's like, oh, I'm like, I don't have the ability to, like, I don't have the ability to be different. So you have to forget everything.
Yeah, and I mean, I've grown to the person where I don't give many second chances now. I don't give a lot of second chances now. That's one thing I can agree with Icebox. I don't, I don't give a lot of second chances because people take advantage of that when you're kind-hearted.
People do. People do. And it's the whole thing. Lots of people say, oh, I never take people's kindness for weakness.
Yes,
Shut
people do.
up.
But it's like I always say to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people say, oh, people are human. Yes, we are human. But people know exactly what the hell they're doing.
And they're doing what the hell they want.
Right. And they're doing what
Agreed.
they want. And we all have choices. So when you make a choice and your choice is to screw me over, why do I have to forgive or give you a second chance?
Right. I agree with that.
Now, like I said, I'll take it back. If it's a situation where it was a misunderstanding and you didn't mean any malice by it, and it was really, really like accidental or something like that, we could talk about this. We could work that out. There's forgiveness, there's a second chance. Like I said, the only thing I definitely could say there would never be no second chance for is if we're in a relationship and
She slipped on the penis.
you slip on a
I
penis,
knew you was gonna say that.
there's no coming back from that. Because I have never ever met anybody that slipped on a penis. So from that, I'm just saying, like,
So all things, everything else is forgivable except for cheating.
No.
I'm just
I'm not
asking.
gonna
He
say
said.
everything. I ain't
He
gonna say
said.
everything
No.
Okay.
No. Let's
because
be
I
realistic.
don't like a liar either. I don't like a liar.
No,
Like, keep it
but if
real.
you lie, if it's a little white lie, like you know, like I didn't go shopping and I actually did. That's different.
But see, I look at it like, how often are you giving these little white lies?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because if it's a consistent thing, to me, that's a pink flag now. How often are you
Ah,
lying to me?
big flag.
Right. How often are you lying to me? Why do you feel necessary to lie
Right.
about little minute things?
You
And
know,
little minute things become big things down the road.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
yeah. What makes somebody feel like they have to hide things from you? Like,
And that's a problem.
Fear of being judged, or fear of. Are we talking about mate wise, or are we talking about friend
yeah.
wise?
Now,
Across the board.
Huh?
Across the board to me.
across
Be-
the board, yeah.
because a friend, I don't want my friends lying to me either.
Well, that's
Like
true.
like like all the years we've been rocking together.
You
One
don't
thing
care.
I'll say, you always be upfront and straight with me. Even if you like, you're wise, you're being an asshole. Okay, cool. Cool.
They
I
have,
can respect that.
Right. I say it with love.
Yeah, our girl Stephanie. Stephanie used to be like, you're wise. Stop. You're being an ass. You're going extra hard. You're going from 1 to 4,000. Not even from 1 to 100. You're going from 1 to 1,000.
Right.
So a person like that, I could respect. I didn't respect the people when you become when I became a sergeant, and then people want to kiss up to this. Like, no, that ain't real. You're not being sincere. So, like I said, it depends. Everything depends on the circumstance and how you look at it. And like I said, I don't do the lying. I don't think I could forgive someone for stealing from me because all you have to do is ask. You know how I am.
Right.
If my people need something and I have it, you got it.
Right.
But if you steal it from me, all right, you got it. But now I can't mess with you because if you stole from me, what's to say what you would do down the road? So once again, it's certain things that I just feel is unforgivable. So definitely, if you steal from me, it goes to what I was talking to Barbara on our last podcast about. If a person puts you and your family in harm's way,
Right.
like, nah, I can't. Like, if that's that person, if we go out and
Barbara's your podcast wife.
yes, yes, if
Okay.
we go out and we have a friend with us, and this friend is always the person, something's always popping off with this friend. I'm like, hold up, what's going on?
Right.
Why is there always a problem with this person? So maybe I got to step back. But first, I'm the type, I'll have the conversation like, yo,
What's
why
going on?
every time we going out, there's some type of fight or something, or we have to
I don't
save
think you
your
would
ass.
say it like that, but you'd be like, "What's going on with your crazy ass?"
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
But
there's people who all of a sudden it's scary. Like I used to have that in my youth. It'd be like, oh, you want to hang out, you want to go here, you want to go there. Oh, let me just go cop first. And the next thing you know,
Let you go do what first?
go buy weed or what have you.
Oh, cop.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
yeah. And the next thing you know, you're like in a really scary place, doing shit that could like endanger your health or your freedom. And at a point, you're over it. You're not young, you're not stupid. You're kind of like, I can't do this with people.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, this people comes back around and they're like new and improved. Then what do you say? Like back in the day, they didn't give a fuck.
See, then that's what I was going to say because sometimes, here we go. Sometimes I feel like people sometimes are going through things that makes them act a certain way. I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about slipping on a dick. I'm talking about
About other things.
right, other things. Like,
all right, give me an example.
okay, let's just say I'll use me for a second because I can't think of nobody. Look, Barbara's your podcast wife. I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm going through an issue with finances where I can't feed my family.
Mm-hmm.
I stole out your pocket.
Mm-mm.
That, let me finish.
Mm-mm.
I know I could ask you, but sometimes pride get in the way. You find out, but then you come.
They go rob a liquor store. Don't take money out of my pocket.
Now I agree, but some people, but if I go rob a liquor store, I'm liable to get locked up. If I take money out your pocket and then you find out and it's like, listen, you come to my house or whatever and you see I'm struggling,
Mm-hmm.
then that might be something different than, you understand what I'm saying? Like I think that can be, I'm gonna put my purse up every time I'm next to this person, but that is something that might make somebody change.
All right, I'm gonna
Do
give you the
something
answer to that.
different, do something different than they normally do.
I'm gonna give you my answer to that.
Okay.
How long have me and you been rocking?
even know no more. It's been years.
over like
It's over
about
a
20
decade.
years,
It's
right?
over a decade.
Over a decade.
Hmm.
So I really feel no matter your pride or whatever, if you really consider me a friend, you would ask me, like, listen, I'm going through so and so. I need help right now. Can you help me? Now, because I feel if we're in that situation and a friend steals from you, what else would they do? I understand they're desperate, but my thing is at least ask first, at
Right.
least try.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not gonna say I would completely cut that person off, but
That's what I said. But you put your purse up. I mean, I would put my purse up.
I definitely feel I would never look at that person the same, and the friendship would be somewhat fractured after that because once again they violated our trust.
Right.
And you know me and trust. Trust is very, very, very important to me.
Right.
So it's like,
But could you give that person a second chance? So say I'm like, bro, I was embarrassed to tell you that I was hungry or whatever like that. I was embarrassed. Now this ain't would never happen between me and you because
but
I'll
but
be
all
like
right, let me tell you what I would do.
$150.
I would curse your ass out. I would say, "Are you stupid? You know you could have came to me." I said, if the shoe would have been on the other foot, my pride would be out the window. I'd rather my kids eat. I'd rather I eat, and your family to me. So I would probably forgive that person, but
Right. This
still,
is what I'm
but
saying.
look, I will forgive that person, but the relationship honestly wouldn't be the same again.
No, when I
Or
was
it would
But,
take a
but they
very
would have a second chance.
right. It would take a very long time for you to gain my trust again.
Okay, Barbara, what say you?
like, no, what he's saying, what I'm hearing is like 10 years of trust would be gone. But like when I was like, I don't know, say like 14 or 15, before I had a job, an actual job, I needed money for like the little things that I did. And my parents ran a tight ship. You couldn't tell them you needed money and like have them just give you money. You have to give them a reason. And so, like I'm 15, I can't tell them I need cigarettes. Be realistic.
Right.
So my I used to keep coins in his bottom drawer. He put all his in like this big bucket thing in his bottom drawer. So I go into the drawer and I pinch 50 cents, pinch a dollar, whatever, to like make up the shortfall. And to this day, and it's like 45 years later, every time my father sees like a bowl of coins or like a jar of coins, don't look too hard enough.
Oh shit.
And I'm like,
Dad, I was 10.
And that's my point with that one. With
that
a
is
kid,
because what you were saying, it made me think like
but you can expect something like that from kids.
them.
You
Because I
can,
can ask them without telling them like exactly what I'm spending that money for. Like
mm-hmm.
you need like because at the times are different. It's like $2 buy like a split of a bottle of night train and a pack of cigarettes. And you were like living the life out in the street.
I feel you could expect that from kids. You could expect something like that from teenagers. I'm like, when you're a grown ass adult, it's certain things you don't do. It's you put your pride away, you communicate and you speak, and you do what you have to do. Like I said, if I'm in a situation where my kids can't eat, I better be smart enough not to be super prideful and go ask for help rather than my kids not eat. Like, come on, that's insane.
But I will say this, and this is kind of off topic, but the same sort of.
Hmm.
Sometimes people might not do that, because sometimes, like, nowadays it's hard to, I guess this goes with the whole trust thing, but it's hard to ask somebody for help without them talking about it or going to somebody else and be like, let me tell you what so and so did.
Yeah,
Let
this
me
is
tell you.
true.
And that's why it could be where, some people be embarrassed because they're fearing that, you know, I'm gonna tell you this, and then you gonna go ahead and go tell 10 other your friends that I borrowed $50 from you because I was hungry. And then it'll go into, like, let's just use me for example, just to be using me. Then it'll be like, oh, but she got a whole husband and she got this. How is she hungry? Or how is, you understand what I'm saying? People make up shit to make people act a certain way. So I feel like if the act wasn't malice behind it, then
Hmm.
for me, I could give you a second chance. If you wasn't doing an act of malice, like if it was malice, go kill yourself. If it was an act, if it was an act of, just pride or embarrassment or something like that, then because there's some people that is super private and it's
True.
hard to ask for stuff and it's hard to it's hard to communicate their wants and needs sometimes, so what if it's that person? Do they deserve a second chance, or they don't deserve a second chance because they should have?
Like I said, to me, it all comes down to circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to now. If you steal $5,000 from me,
I'm putting you in jail.
right? Now, if you take 100 or something like that, and you're telling me it's for groceries, all right, I might could work with you, but it really comes down to circumstance and how you perceive everything. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Miss Ebony Holt,
Oh, look at
family
who
is
it
on
is.
here.
Look at who it is. Hope.
Hey, Holt.
But
Like, I feel like it, like you said, it's circumstance and what a second chance would give you. But if you with your mate, catch your mate in the bed, well, if I catch my mate in the bed cheating, he gonna die. So it ain't gonna be a second. He gonna have to ask God for the second chance. but if it's something like that, but if it's a friend or family member that's really means something to you, sometimes I feel like you gotta find out why they did what they did. Why did this happen?
okay, yeah, I could agree with that. But I'm going back to where you were because Barbara's the forgiving person in here. So Barbara,
Okay.
you come home
Yeah.
and you find,
And I've been to all these examples you're gonna give me. I've been there.
oh, you found your man in bed with someone.
Found my man in bed with a man.
I'm
Hold up, I'm
cutting the
about to collapse.
I'm hanging up now.
I'm about to collapse.
I was
But did you find it in your heart to forgive?
Wait, I think she did say this before. She said this before. I
But
think
all
she said
right,
this before.
could you forgive someone?
not for
Right, Ebony.
not for months on end, and
Months,
then
years.
not for like really a while. It was
Fix your face, wise.
yeah. I have the most forgiving heart. I wish
So did you wait. Hold up. Rewind selector. Bring it back.
okay.
Did you know he was gay or bi?
Not really.
Was there signs?
It's a long story.
Okay.
It,
Because
What you forgave?
if there's signs,
it was.
Uh-huh.
if he be like, now come on, if he like, you know what I'm saying, doing little hand gestures or doing little things that you like, is he gay?
That's
Then you gotta kind of be like, oh. But if there
that's a
was nothing,
stereotype. That whole like that's a
That's
stereotype.
exactly what I was going to say. You just stereotyped there.
Yeah, no, no.
I was just giving an example. I just didn't know what example to come up with real quick.
Hold up.
But
Our girl Holt said everyone deserves a second chance.
And never
So
ever
Holt,
forget
I
because
want to ask you, if your man slept with another woman, would you forgive him? But we could talk while she types.
because she made a good point. There is a thing about
see, Ebony's forgiving.
I'm kind of forgiving. It just depends. But there's a thing where you forgive, but you don't forget. But you forgave, but you ain't forgetting what that motherfucker or person did to you. There is a
My
difference.
defense, I was like 18 with a baby.
I don't care if I was 10. I ain't forgiving.
It was the baby part, really, not the age part.
He's so annoying. You know he ain't forgiving shit.
I'm gonna give him a chance.
But it comes down to what I said. People know exactly what they're doing.
That's
But
why
like I just said,
Quan, I'm gonna get
what
a
happened, Barbara?
snow on my body because I am like the goddess of forgiveness.
Ebony says she don't think she would give him a
Right,
second chance.
right, because people know exactly what they're doing. Now, the only way that could slide is if you guys already had a conversation and say you had an open relationship or some stuff, something like that. Maybe on a level like that.
I think he had that conversation while I was asleep.
I fucking can't stand you.
But
Not while you was asleep.
I
but
was asleep.
you could forgive. That's
Forgiveness is not about attachment. I agree, Ebony.
I don't know if I forgave or just like started over. I don't know.
I agree, Ebony.
well, see, all right. This goes back to another conversation we had a while ago.
That was
When you forgive and
forgive.
you dismiss yourself from the situation, a lot of people feel because I forgive you, we still cool, we still got to be around each other. No, I could forgive you
No,
and never speak to you again.
Ever.
Ever,
Because
ever.
sometimes you could be like, oh, you know what, you stupid. You don't know no better. I'm gonna just go ahead and
Now,
forgive
I
you
ain't
and
even
move
gonna
on.
do all that. I'm gonna just be like, all right.
No, that's what I'm in your mind. I'm saying you
Oh
could be
yeah,
like,
okay.
you know, what you're like, this person is dumb. They don't know no better. Like, I'm out of here, whatever. It's not even worth the second thought of holding on to something that this person, she said that's a negative, that this person did or whatever. Like, sometimes people just, I believe people know what they're doing, but there are certain people that's raised a certain way that just really don't know no damn better. And you be like,
oh,
All right. If that's your lifestyle, if
absolutely.
that's your lifestyle, that's a different thing.
It's
Like
just,
some people, I have a friend, right? That she said she would like to
Ebony,
have a threesome.
more
right,
forgiven
Ebony?
than the forgiven.
She would like to have a threesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her and two guys. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. But you got to have a man that is cool with that. I don't know a lot of dudes. I know a few dudes that's cool with that because that's what they into or whatever.
That's how running trains got
Right,
invented.
right, right. But I said, now when you do that, if you do that without your man's knowledge, and he find out, do you think he's going to forgive you?
Wait. You're excluding the man? I thought the man was in this threesome.
No, if your man is like, nah, I ain't doing that shit, and you
And
go
you
out,
still have it?
right?
Then you crazy.
No,
Then
no,
you're fucking nuts.
no way. No way.
Some people was with that. I'm sorry. If that's her fantasy and that's something she want in life,
Break up with the person and live your fantasy through.
Exactly.
but see, that's what I said.
Exactly. It's
That's what I said. That was my breakdown. I
no,
said,
if that's more important to you than your relationship, than what you're building, than what you've achieved together, any of it,
Stupid.
but
then
there's people,
go like live that life and forget the one behind you.
right? But there's people that believe that. There's
What?
people that believe that. Now, let me ask you: you're
Who?
dating a
Me or
person,
Barbara?
huh?
Me or
Either
Barbara?
one. You're
Okay.
dating a person, and they start dealing with drugs, and they become like severely addicted. Could you forgive that?
You're sick and you need to get, to me, you shouldn't even be in a relationship if you are on drugs because you're sick. That's a sickness and you need to get better. And I'm going to help you get some resources. And go ahead. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Holt, I agree with you, but
If that's a fantasy, one should not be in a committed relationship until they are ready to be in one. Yes, not every fantasy is meant to be lived out right. So
Yeah. So
if
and
you
to the whole addiction thing, I was married for 15 years to somebody, and when I got married, I loved him like Baptists love Jesus. It wasn't even a fair fight. And over the 15 years, he became like a roaring alcoholic. And I'm fairly certain wherever he is on the planet, he is drunk right now.
Jesus Christ.
And my thing was kind of like, he kept coming for like a year or so, a year or two. Like, you know, his thing, which used to be really cool, was like putting a picnic in the trunk of the car and surprising me. And he'd like roll up on me in the street with like champagne and lobster tails and shit in the trunk of his car. Ta-da! It's like, no, bro, you need rehab. You need 6 months of sobriety and then roll up on me in the picnic. Like,
Right.
not like it's never ever gonna happen. And because alcohol makes you a fucking crazy person, things went way south from there. And it was like,
Mm.
you know, and it's one of those things because I'm so forgiving. Because I'm always like, it's all right. We'll talk about it. We'll forgive it. We'll move past it. We'll talk about it. We'll forgive it. We'll move past it. We won't talk about it. We'll just move past it. And then I
I
tell
think I go there a little quicker than you.
what?
You said what?
I said I think I go there a little quicker than Barbara.
Oh, you'd be there. Please, you'd be there
Zapata.
with me.
No,
Zapata.
because when you're sitting there saying, "Oh, we'll talk about," nah, bye, so long.
No, and then comes this phrase. And any future love interest that might be watching this podcast, or any former love interest that are just peeping because you're an idiot, no,
Idiot.
from the moment I tell you, and you're all wondering what the quote is, and you know what it is, I love
My
you.
man's a potter.
I love me more, and I'll never love you more than me.
I
Know,
know that's the hell right.
know that I have recently opened a secret bank account, and I am planning to leave your ass. And the next day, you ask for my forgiveness, and I will tell you, it's okay, baby. I totally forgive you. I will forgive you anything. See if I can find another $50 to put in that account.
And look, our girl Hope wants to be a fashion model. I always thought she was a fashion model. I
Now
always
I'm still a
did.
school safety agent.
But she's still a student.
Madonna, but she already had that job.
You wanted to be Madonna.
Yeah, a long
I
time
can
ago.
see that.
I
October
ain't gonna say
31st is
nothing.
coming. Just acted out of Halloween. Get the pointy titties and everything.
I ain't gonna say nothing because me and Madonna.
But anyway, but like we all want to be like really one of the things that I wanted to be was like a like a woman that has the whole thing going on, like the great job, the great family, the beautiful house, like you know parties all the time, and I just kept finding people that were like, yeah, 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 I'll give it to you, and while I'm working, they're sitting back watching.
Mm.
Mm, mm,
I
mm,
hear
mm.
that, and my thing with that is that's something else I can't forgive. If we're in a situation where we're supposed to be building together, and while I'm building, you're just trying to tear down everything that we're working to get. I might have I might have one conversation with you, but after that one conversation, it's a wrap because
Agreed.
I'm gonna have 782 conversations with you.
see that's too forgiving.
You're
Hell
gonna
no,
have 782 conversations.
I ain't
You
having
must,
seven
you
hundred
must love
conversations
your
with my
voice.
kids.
You must love hearing your own voice.
I'm not talking to my kids that much. I'm sorry.
Fuck them kids. After a while.
I'm serious.
I don't know. You think I'm talking, but I'm not saying anything.
Mm.
And my man Zapata said he gives no second chances.
Jackie McLean.
Oh,
Hi, Barbara. I think most people deserve a second chance, but nobody gets a third chance with me. Come on.
oh, she's not kidding. She's
But
not.
I can understand that. It's like, okay, because sometimes it's like, all right, you was a little insane, but then it's like that saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like after a while, I was
If
like
I was to get in love with you, you have fooled me 9 times at a minimum. But nobody.
Zapata learned it the hard way. That's where there's no second chances with Zapata.
and I understand because people what like Zapata, you missed that part where we were saying like people that are nice, they take people for granted that are nice. So they'll think they can keep doing it because you're forgiven and because you're, like no, F you. Because
And there comes a point where if you want me to give you some kind of like a second chance scenario or a 10th chance scenario,
But I want you guys to look up here on the messages and see if you notice something.
what?
no.
Who's the ones that's saying, hell no, there's no forgiveness?
Oh, the
Uh,
The men.
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 Yeah.
Because I
right,
always
Ebony.
tell my homegirls, I always tell my homegirls that men are more fragile than women.
You do say that. You do say that a lot.
And I'm honest enough to say it
Yeah, you do say
because
that.
we take things more, we take it to heart. We take it personal. And the pride, if you're my woman and you're letting the next dude smash, I'm taking that to heart. Like, hold up. I did everything in my power to make sure you're good. I guess I wasn't good enough. Now, a woman, a young lady may look at it like, well, he slipped up and I don't know. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing all that. No, 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 no. once you violate that trust, it's no coming back. So I think it's a lot to do with the male pride, the male ego.
No, I mean
I agree, Ebony. They can't deal with the same stuff they put out. They can't.
And and,
They,
and
do
all
things.
right,
they
hold
can
up.
dish it, but they can't take it.
But you can't put it there because let me give you the answer to that
Why
again.
not?
Oh, stop.
Let me
Most
give you. I'm gonna give you the answer to that again.
Let's go.
take it. Not at all.
If I fuck up, you have all rights to be like, yo, you gotta go.
Right.
I can't feel no way about that.
Right.
I don't even expect you to be like, well, I forgive you. You could come back. No, no, because I know I'm not forgiving you. So I wouldn't expect you to forgive me.
I agree with Ebony. She said, I don't think men are being fragile, but instead egotistical.
Well, they coincide. They coincide because your ego shows
I
that you're
agree. I
fragile.
agree with that. They do
You
coincide.
you
They
see,
do.
they coincide because
I think that men are the more emotional
right. That's what I'm saying.
and
But like she said, that's because of the pride.
told how to process their emotions properly.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
Don't cry. Don't this. You're strong. You like from
Be a man.
little. You're a
What,
big boy. Stop crying.
what does be a man mean? What does that mean?
Be a
Oh,
man.
Be a
I'm
man means handle your responsibility.
But people tell little kids that.
But be a man also means
What
once
is that?
again different things to different people.
no needs. Right fucking no.
Be a
You said
man
what?
means different things to different people.
Sublimate your emotional needs right fucking now.
Agreed. Agreed.
What is that?
Sublimate your emotional needs
Oh,
right
okay.
fucking now.
But all right, this is going to be a little controversial,
Let's go.
More
but
than
but
let's go.
but I do feel you don't have to cry over everything. You don't have to.
No one have to cry over
I
everything.
think
But if
we're
you
in a
are a crier, so what?
no. But what I'm saying is, I think we're in an era now that everybody's fucking super sensitive about everything. Oh my God, you farted too loud. My feelings are hurt. Like, stop. Stop.
Not
We're
you funny
too,
to it.
too fragile now. Everybody's
But
fragile.
see, I'll tell you where that came from. You think now it's too fragile because you was raised in an era where you could not be fragile as a man. Now in this era, it's like it's okay to cry.
No, and I still feel it's all right to cry. But do you got to cry over everything? Oh my God, I stubbed my toe. Oh my God. Like, no, stop. Stop. Some things it's all right to suck it up and move on. I'm not saying you don't have the right to cry. I'm not saying you don't have the right to have tender moments. It's nothing. I when I'm in a relationship,
You cry in front of your girl.
never,
I'm
never.
so
I never had no
sorry.
reason to cry in front of a girl. But my thing is, when I'm in a relationship, right? I could be romantic, I could be caring, I could be very tender. But there's nothing wrong with being where you don't have to cry and be emotional about every little thing. And like I said, in this day and time, we're too far into, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. My butt hurts. Oh my
But
God.
I feel like it's because people are now more in tune with their feelings now than they were back in the days because
Okay, that's
it
cool.
was not socially accepted back in the days to
Uh-huh.
be a crier for men.
No,
Y'all
that's
was
cool.
raised
It's
on,
real.
y'all was raised on like, nah, man, look, be a man. And you know what, honestly, that ain't a lot of people who's raised like that. They show no emotions, and they keep fucking up everybody in their way.
Well, I don't
Honestly.
think I fucked up everybody in my way, but I might have fucked up a few. But
So
Oh, good.
we had a breakthrough moment.
You did have a breakthrough moment.
what?
Because you said you think you fucked up a couple of people in your past.
Oh no, I definitely did. I definitely did. I only fucked up one, and that was my ex-wife, and I'll admit that. I always say that because there was no emotion, there was lack of communication.
Well,
So,
whoever told you that you should not cry as a boy growing up, whoever told you that man up, all this stuff that is being taught to men brings y'all to this type of situations.
but my ex was the same as me, and still is. That's why that's my bestie now. But Hope said, "Do we feel cheating or having an affair is the same?" I'm
That
lost.
is the same.
That is the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Zapata said it's not about an ego for me, it's about what I went through. My
yeah.
experiences living in a relationship that was toxic and relationship where I wasn't valued. Woo-hoo-hoo. A relationship where it was
So,
more
in
abusive.
a nutshell, the person didn't value you. Right.
Right.
Whether
And nobody deserves to be abused.
it's
Trigger words. I agree.
Nobody deserves to be abused. But I want to go back to Hope. What do she mean cheating or
Do you
having
guys
a
feel
affair?
cheating or having an affair is the same?
Yeah, they
Yes.
are the same thing exactly to me.
I think
Yes.
long term is just a one nighter that you didn't get caught yet.
Come on, preach that thing.
One night you have a crisis of conscience and you feel like spitting it out. Myth. You don't get caught and you don't feel like spitting it out. It becomes 2 nights, a week, a year. I've heard stories of people like having whole families someplace else.
Oh yeah, I know a few of those.
Yeah. And then it's like, was that
There's no coming back from that.
like a parallel fucking universe?
But I also know everybody puts it on the men. I know women that have had affairs, got pregnant outside their relationship, told their man, "This is your baby." Then down the road, they find out, nah, that's not
He's
his.
a slut. That ain't right.
Hold up, you can't say that around Barbara because Barbara said you can't shut slut shame.
It's not about slut shaming,
It's
but
it's not the same thing as slut shaming.
because if you tell a man that that baby is his and you think that's dead ass fucking wrong, that's fucking stupid.
Especially now because it's so easy to find out. It's so easy to find out. It's like seriously, you wipe the gook off their toothbrush with a Q-tip, put it in a vial, mail it away to friendsofmaurypoverses.com.
I got one better for you.
Okay.
My one of my daycare parents, he got a woman from Haiti. He was Haitian. She got pregnant quicker than he thought she was supposed to get pregnant. You're fucking grown. Y'all was fucking what? I don't know what you thought. Homeboy came to the daycare and swapped his baby. And sent that shit away.
Uh huh.
And he was like, but this is how men think. This is a real story. I need to write a daycare chronicles book. So now he's like, Miss Sean, I don't want this to not be my baby. I don't want her to tell me I thought she might have been pregnant from Haiti and came over here and was pregnant, blah, 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 blah. I love this little girl, whatever, whatever. Couple of weeks go by. Miss Sean, please, can you look at the results for me? I look at the results, 100% his baby. He sat in my fucking office for about 10 minutes talking about, I can't believe this my baby. I was like, if you don't get the fuck out my office with your stupid ass. Yo, I can't believe it.
But you heard the saying, mama's baby,
Papa's
daddy's baby.
maybe that was his baby. It was 98%. I was like,
Now what else? What else? Holt is saying.
cheating can be one night stands, and affair involves feelings and emotions. You can emotionally cheat. I agree. But you can emotionally have an affair, just my opinion. I agree with that, Hope. I agree with
But
that.
would you be okay with either one of those?
Fuck no.
No.
But what she's saying is true.
No, what she's saying is 100% true. What she's saying is 100% true. But
Because when you're flirting and you good morning beautiful to everybody but your fucking mate, you're
yep,
emotionally cheating.
yep. And people think all that flirting and shit is all right. Nah, because that flirting leads to other things.
Your thoughts become your actions.
That's right. That's
Having
right.
conversations with you
That's right.
that do not include my partner, that my partner is unaware of.
If you gotta erase shit via text, if you gotta erase your text messages,
100%.
you're emotionally cheating.
100%. Now, if you're a single person and you're dating,
That's
you
different.
flirt the fuck as much as you want.
Flirt your ass off.
If you're in a quote unquote serious relationship,
Right? You're married, you are unmarried.
right? If you're in a serious relationship, don't do nothing that your spouse or your significant other wouldn't do.
If you don't want your spouse to find out, then you're fucking wrong.
Right, right.
Period.
Once again, and this is a topic. I don't know if y'all remember my man Whitehead. He hasn't been up here in a while.
No.
It's a
I do
topic
remember.
that he wants to talk about through pink flags down the road.
Oh,
What
he
do you
could be
know?
a
His
guest,
topic is,
maybe.
what do you think about open relationships, threesomes, swingers, stuff like that? Is that good for a relationship or is that bad?
Did you say white or whitehead?
Relationships, it would
Huh?
be good for mine.
I said, did you say white or whitehead?
Whitehead.
No,
But like like I said,
I couldn't do it, but there are people where that works out just fine.
right, right. It's some people that
but
like that.
I feel like when you do threesomes, I know two people, one very close to me, and y'all know who I'm talking about. That threesomes don't fucking work. Somebody gonna get mad. Like, and then not only that, threesomes don't work. Like, and then when your man like say it's two girls and a guy, when your man like that coochie a little more, then he wants some of that. It's gonna be a problem. Don't do threesomes, people.
No, but it also depends. What once again,
On what?
I have a friend that was into watching me with the next female
No.
Why?
because it turned her on.
Did she get involved?
No,
No.
she likes to watch the satisfaction that the next female gets from her man.
Interesting. We have to
So,
talk about that in depth, brother sister time.
Yeah.
but then you have guys that's into that.
Yes,
You have guys that's into bringing guys to smash their woman.
that's stupid.
Why is it stupid? That's what they're into.
Because first of all, if Kevin was to tell me he want to bring another guy to smash me, I'm gonna think they're gonna run a train on me and I'm gonna punch everybody. That's
No,
stupid.
no. But some guys don't even want to participate. Like I said, the girl's doing, he
That's
sits
too
back and
much.
watch.
That's too much.
Too much for you. But there's
That's
people out there that, like I go back to my other that I told y'all like a year or so ago, where I was dating this girl from Brooklyn. We went out a couple of times, did what we did, and she like, yo, I want you to come over and smash. I'm like, bet, like, what's up? Oh yeah, cause my man to watch while we doing our. I'm like, what? First of all,
Brooklyn.
first of all, I didn't even know you had a man.
Right. First of all, let's talk about this man I didn't know you had.
What? Second of all, I'm on it like I don't know this. I might hit a little stroke and that motherfucker get mad. You make a noise you never made for him and shoot a motherfucker in the back. Like, no, 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 no,
That
no.
would be me. That's why I can't have threesomes.
All
You say ooh ah one too many times, then you say with me, I'm gonna punch you in the back of your head. Bye, Ebony.
right. We'll be on next Thursday, Ebony, if you want to return. But
Okay,
it's
we are at the hour.
We are at the hour.
hold up. I thought we was going for the hour and a half.
We said that.
All right, however y'all want to do it today.
Next,
Thursday we'll do the hour and a half.
Okay.
yes,
All right.
hour and a half. Wait, what's the topic? We gotta have a great ass topic for an hour and a half.
So let's talk about what Whitehead wanted to talk about.
That's not an hour and a half.
What is it?
That is not like fetishes, kinks, threesomes.
Right. Like, no, what
Out of
I
that.
think that's like if you're talking about how that could affect your relationship,
Oh, how it affects your relationship.
right. Like
Oh,
that's
got it. I got the topic. Sex. One person's sexual needs versus the other person's sexual needs.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's definitely a pink flag. Because
Yes.
way back in the beginning, we said if you're a times a week girl,
Oh,
the one time a week.
what?
So if
Right.
your needs like multiple partners, you need to be like fluid. You need to be polyamorous. You need to be this, that, the other thing.
Let me tell you something.
Maybe church girls aren't for you.
If you a 5 times a week
Rich girls are the
girl,
most freakiest girls.
if you're a
Please
five
believe it.
times a week girl, and this motherfucker is only a 1 time a week man, you don't even need to be with him. You
Yeah,
might as well say forget that right then.
Fact.
and vice versa. Because if you're like, this is one of those things where a lot of infidelity happens.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that the man is right, but he's walking around like trying to figure out where to place himself because the person that he actually has feelings for is not reciprocating. And yeah, next Thursday, it's going to be.
This will be interesting, people.
Yes, it is.
Next Thursday, 7 o'clock. Live long and prosper, ladies. Love y'all.
Good night.
Thanks everyone for coming on and checking us out.
Thank you.
See you in 10 days.
All right. Later.